Welcome back to another episode of the Running Back Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Alexander, alongside Coach Alie.
Yo, what's up? How y'all doing? Don't look at me.
No, I mean that was good.
I saw Aaron's eyes. I felt it.
It just felt like, you know what I'm saying, like you said that, like, you know what I'm saying, you said it with like a deepness to your voice that ain't normally there.
Hey, man, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, that was good. I ain't gonna
And
cap
of course, still joined to my right by the infamous Uncle E. What's going on, man?
What's going on YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes. I said iTunes. Apple Podcasts. It's almost the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
200, 2,000.
Same thing.
It's the same thing.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, man. We got a good show today. A lot of news, bro. A lot of news. College football has been crazy. NFL, not even necessarily the games, just the NFL. The world of the NFL has been crazy. Mm-hmm. The trade deadline was yesterday. Today at 4 o'clock. Yeah. Trade deadline ended.
Damn. It's crazy.
We are officially about at the halfway point of the NFL season. And
check on our updates, on our predictions.
Check in on those predictions. And we're at the point in the NBA season. It's the early point, but the point where, you know, some things start mattering. Some teams, we're about 6 to 8 games, depending on the team, about 6 to 8 games in. And so things should be starting to come together for a lot of these top tier teams. And
let's go, Jimmy!
And other teams that are
fanboy
evening out, as well as the City Edition jerseys dropped and a couple other things. So really, really exciting show for you today. I'm very excited to get to it. So Ali, do you want to take us into the first segment of the day?
The first segment of the day is college football. We had a wild pack,
busy college football weekend.
Whole bunch of upsets. We had 7 upsets in the top 25.
Talk to me.
We're gonna skim through a lot because we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
A lot to get to.
But the first game I want to talk about is Michigan versus Michigan State.
I told y'all.
About what?
Not y'all. You know who you are.
Mm-hmm. Talk to him. Talk to him.
Is this directed at someone specific?
It's directed to 2 people specifically. Y'all know who you are. It said Michigan State, and I quote, stood no chance. And in fact,
I know one of them we're talking about.
Yeah, because we talked to him pretty recently.
No chance, really?
He said we were gonna run all over them boys.
Let me see.
With his exact words. And in fact,
Michigan State irony
did the running over them.
He got 5 touchdowns on the entire defense of Michigan,
bro.
That's a video game. When I saw the graphic when he had 3 touchdowns, I'm like, he must have been talking about all time against Michigan. He got 3 touchdowns in one game, and then obviously he finished with 2 more touchdowns.
2 more.
And a game-winning touchdown at the end.
Oh no!
Oh my! Hey, it was
bad tackling too. It was not a good time to be a Michigan Wolverine fan.
Oh God!
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was averaging 8.
Yeah,
he averaged 8.6 yards
a carry. You know how nuts that is? He's picking up a first down on almost every carry. It only take 10 yards to get a first down.
He got almost 9. Come on now.
He's a yard away from a first down on every carry.
Come on now.
And you know, the defense in this run game for this Michigan Wolverines team was supposed to be the strong point coming into this year. Harbaugh assured to the fans and to the rest of the Big Ten that the defense for Michigan was going to be on another level. As they proceeded to give up 5 touchdowns on the ground.
Michigan only scored 10 points in the second half. That is so pitiful.
Why you say like that? So pitiful.
And y'all said Michigan State stood no chance.
To be fair, I'm not gonna lie to you. Kane McNamara had a really decent game.
It's probably one of the best games he's played at quarterback.
I can't even say that last interception wasn't even his fault. Because that corner made an extremely athletic play. Because he threw the ball, and the corner wasn't even nowhere near the area. He came back and literally one hand.
They say he tracked what? He tracked about 7 yards?
Exactly. Because the tight end he was throwing to, he was open.
There's nothing you're doing with that.
And then the corner literally jumped back and was like, oh, I got it. He did like a Jordan Jumpman logo. Snagged the interception with one hand. Sealed the game.
Yeah.
It was a crazy interception.
That's tough.
It wasn't probably the perfect.
It wasn't like the one that the dude, my boy from Oklahoma, made. It wasn't that crazy.
Yeah.
But it was still, in terms of where he was to where he snatched that ball.
Yeah.
They said he covered almost 7 yards. That's a long time, or a long way to get in just a short amount of time it takes a football to get Kane McNamara's hands to his tight end. So
I would actually blame the other quarterback that they put in, J.J. McCarthy.
Ass.
He fumbled twice.
Like you gotta say ass, like off rip.
He fumbled again. He fumbled twice in 2 crucial moments of the game. And that's why Michigan State got back in the game.
Told y'all shouldn't have got rid of Dylan McCaffrey, but y'all don't listen to me.
So, I mean...
I can't. Sometimes college football be so strenuous to the heart.
Michigan chances of
loss is ripped. It's almost.
Unless you're Alabama, we talk about them.
We gonna get this.
Talk to them about them hoes later, but
They play the
Citadel. Come on in my Citadels, man.
Citadel. Like we said, we're gonna skim through these games. Coastal Carolina wins. Baylor wins. Louisiana is in top 25.
Coastal C, bro. You ain't talking to me about my Coastal C, bro. Yo, whoa! Why did Georgia slap up Florida like it was?
Yeah, Georgia.
Georgia has the number 1 defense in the league,
bro. Remember when Florida was like so good
when they was playing Alabama tough?
Bro.
Yeah,
and then Georgia was like
after 2 weeks, Florida started to go to shit. Cincinnati wins.
Oklahoma State slapped Kansas.
Oh, can I finish?
I'm so sorry. These results are really starting to surprise me.
Wisconsin upsets Iowa. They dropped really bad in the poll. Auburn beats Mississippi. Upset. Houston upsets SMU. MC State upsets Kentucky.
That was wild.
Notre Dame barely beats North Carolina, which is freaking insane. Ohio State.
Overrated.
Yep. Ohio State stuck it out towards the end and got an 9-point victory over Penn State. It was a good game.
Yeah, CJ, I didn't think you had it in you.
Yeah.
You had some adversity come your way and you really stuck it out. I didn't think you had it in you. Good game.
And San Diego State got upset by Fresno State. So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
So we're not going to talk about Notre Dame?
I just said that.
He just said they barely won.
Yeah, thank you for making that clear. Don't ever disrespect Notre Dame like that.
Overrated.
They're 8th.
They're not going to the playoffs, so.
They shouldn't be 8th. They should be like 12th.
Well, I mean, if we're going to segue into the AP poll.
Might as well.
Yeah, the college football rankings have
been rigged.
Absolutely rigged.
Yeah, I agree.
100% rigged.
It's awful. So they came out earlier today. It's the first week of the playoff rankings. And it's already controversy. It's the first week of the playoffs. So to go to the top 6, Georgia, Alabama, Michigan State, Oregon, Ohio State, Cincinnati. Right off the bat, Cincinnati not being in the top 4
it's disrespectful.
Already. I know, I understand. They have a weaker conference. I understand.
But they came out and they beat Notre Dame.
They had 2 good wins over the top 25 teams. And they're undefeated.
They are undefeated.
Alabama has lost to an unranked team. I understand they're number 14 now. But they were unranked.
When they lost.
They should not be in the top 4. I mean, I can see 5, but not top 4. Not top 4, no. I don't know what Alabama has on the committee. They got them by the chokehold.
Nick Saban.
I mean, Oklahoma are also undefeated.
Oklahoma's undefeated in their...
And
they're number... What are they?
They're 8th.
Number 8. And, hey, Michigan should not be above Oklahoma neither.
Mm-hmm.
You said Michigan shouldn't? Oh, no, it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Georgia, Michigan State, and Oregon all deserve their top 4 spots.
Yeah. Michigan, I don't think Michigan State will stay there, obviously. By the end of the...
They play Ohio State in 2 weeks.
It's gonna be tough to stay up there.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't see how you put Oregon in the top 4 after dropping to Stanford.
They beat Ohio State, so you gotta put them over. So
do you?
Yeah, the head-to-head matters.
I mean,
oh yeah, he's got to feed that point. The head-to-head always
matters. It's gonna matter. They had the same record too.
That tiebreaker.
I still think the most disrespectful thing, like Ali mentioned, though, is the number 2 team in the country
should not be number 2,
not being top 4.
No, I say 5,
and
but not 2. Not 2. No.
And they had like the better competition, and they still winning. Cincinnati, bro. Props to y'all. Y'all should have.
Luke Fickell, you deserve it, man.
Cincinnati should be at least 4. Alabama should be 5. Or Ohio State should be 6.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, and Oklahoma should be 7. Michigan should be 8. Actually, no, they should be 9 because Wake Forest is undefeated.
Hey, shout out Wake Forest. Way to crack into the top 10 just out of nowhere.
They've been undefeated all year.
That will have like 2 players get drafted this upcoming year. Maybe,
All right. Hey, look at Fresno State and San Diego State, 23-24. Shout out to that. What's their conference?
The Pac-12?
No,
they're not Pac-12.
No, come on, man.
They are in the. Are they the? No, they're not in the WAC conference either. What the fuck are they?
We'll figure it out later. But NC State, okay. BYU still in the top 15. Pittsburgh.
Baylor's number 12. Yep. That's interesting.
Wait. Who are we talking about in the conference?
Fresno State and San Diego State. They're in the same conference. Besides Alabama, I think so far it's a decent. And
they're in the Mountain West.
Mountain West?
Yeah.
It's odd because Fresno State's in California.
Damn, how's Hawaii in the Mountain West? What the fuck?
Hawaii doesn't have a spot to go. So
where are they gonna put them?
Yeah,
they can't keep up with Pac-12 competition. You think they're gonna put? Then they gonna put them in Pac-12?
What conference are they gonna put them in? The Hawaii conference. But yeah, that's how we did on the college football. Let's move on to the pros, NFL.
To the guys playing on Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays,
and occasionally Saturdays, depending on when is Thanksgiving. Because they don't just
true.
Yeah, they be playing Saturdays sometimes.
Let's talk about the big one here.
Trade deadline.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna go through the news before the games?
We'll go to the games. All
right.
Because I figure we're only gonna talk about a couple games.
Yeah. Because let's talk about the Steelers Browns. Yeah, because I got the local Browns fans. I just want to get your input. Let me get my mic close to my face.
Well, we'll start off right there.
Yeah, start off right there. So
I think it's a great way to start. Can I interview you guys?
I've been very critical of the Browns' defense outside of Myles Garrett and Greg Newsome all year.
What about Greedy Williams?
I'll say Clowney.
No. Clowney's been about what I expected him to be.
Yeah,
he's been semi-productive on the field, but hurt a lot. Yeah. So he's been about what I expected. But outside of Myles Garrett and Greg Newsome, I haven't really been impressed by anybody on the defense. And Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah had flashes, but I haven't been super impressed.
This defense has flashes.
Obviously, Big Ben is not what he used to be. So them holding them to 15 points is not terribly impressive. Normally, if you can hold an NFL team sub 20 in this passing league, I think there's something to be said. You should win most of those games.
This is the best defensive effort I've seen.
However, it's the best defensive effort they've put forward all year. Why we are playing soft coverage on receivers when we're winning the game, I don't know, but that's a Joe Woods thing. That's a scheme thing. That's just bad play calling on his end. Offensively,
it's really sad. It's really hard to watch. It's really hard to watch.
It's probably one of the worst games I've watched from the full offense since Baker Mayfield's taken over. There have been bad games where Baker's played bad, but this is literally
this is a team effort.
This is literally everybody else. Jarvis Landry has a fumble. Next possession, he comes out on two crucial game-changing plays, drops the ball. Baker gives Odell a catchable ball, a little high, yes, but looking at the angle from it, he was not about to get annihilated like people on Twitter are trying to make it seem. He went up with one hand instead of two. He goes up with two hands. He's landing and catching that ball. He would take a hit, and the ball was a little high, but if you go back and look where he throws it from, Baker's obviously got a hand in his face from a big 6'7" nigga trying to bring him down. And overall, he played relatively well with a torn labrum. He went 23 of 32 for 220 yards.
It's not enough.
It wasn't.
It's not enough.
When they're dropping, what do you want them to do with 11 drops?
I want to ask a follow up.
You can't give up 80 yards of penalties, have 11 drops, and expect to win a football game.
Can I ask a follow up?
Yeah.
So going into this game, Case Keenum played the Broncos and performed relatively well. The run game was strong in that game, but do you think Case Keenum would have won this game?
I don't think it's a matter of what the quarterback. Our receiving core.
Our receiving core has been just very, very
11 drops. You cannot drop the ball.
I'm pretty sure our core probably leads the league in drops.
That would be the Jaguars, but
fair enough.
But we're not far behind.
All I'm saying is,
I believe we're 22nd.
You have a quarterback that's injured, and I'm going to say that injury, we're going to assume played some role.
But do you, from watching that game, can you look at it and say Baker played terribly?
We had multiple times to win the game,
though. Really bad?
We had ample amount of opportunities to win the game, even with that fucked up shoulder.
Yeah. Again, those two big Jarvis Landry drops, those are crucial plays that put us in field goal range or just give us a first down and a chance to reset the plays. Let Nick Chubb get a couple more cracks at it before we have to put the ball back in the air.
See, although your points are very, very factual, and I do agree, but I think, me personally, momentum does play a role.
It plays a huge role.
And I think the momentum for Case Keenum to start could have probably favored in your direction more or less.
I think
than starting an injured quarterback who's missed the game and is playing a division game.
I don't disagree with the momentum point, but what I'm saying is that Baker Mayfield as a single person played well enough to win a game where the opposing team put up 15 points. Did he have a world-beating game? No. But he also didn't put the ball in harm's way. He didn't have any interception. He didn't fumble the ball. He played relatively carefully with the ball, and we were let down by receivers. There's another crucial play by Higgins where he jumps way off. He gets a false start, like a clear false start on a 4th and I believe it was a 4th and 5 that then turned into a 4th and 15. I mean, like that's just stupid shit. That there's nothing because they took Nick Chubb away. The Steelers were just like, we're not giving you Nick Chubb to do it.
Okay.
I mean, they put everybody they had in the box from Hayward to Watt. They even brought Mink up to stuff the line a couple times. Devin Bush is obviously right there. They were not giving us Nick Chubb whatsoever. So they made the receivers do it. We have another game without Donovan Peoples-Jones. And you try to get your two guys, Jarvis Landry and Odell, involved, and this is what happens. I just didn't. It was a bad effort from the entire offense, other than Baker.
And I put Baker as some part of the blame too, bro. Don't take him off the hook.
For what did Baker do that lost us this game?
Man.
Please, Alie. I'd like to hear more.
I won't say this game, but it's just been all season. It just never clicked with nobody on the receiving team.
No, it hasn't clicked with Odell. It hasn't
clicked with anyone really. All his passes has been not great.
Donovan Peoples-Jones has been able to convert 30% of his targets into touchdowns. He's been able to click with Anthony Schwartz. He's been able to click with David Njoku. He's been able to find Austin Hooper for these big touchdowns. Baker has is he the talent guy that people are trying to put him up to be? No, he's not. He's not Josh Allen. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not these guys. But you can't. I simply can't look at that game or really too many of the other games and be like, it is. So did he play terribly in that Cardinals game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Played awful. But the man goes to SoFi Stadium, throws for 300 plus, puts up 42 points, and they still lose that game.
That's defense's fault.
He starts the season with the Chiefs, has 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, and lose that game.
I know we've discussed Odell in the past, and you've always been more than kind and generous about him. But now that I want to say his 3rd season with the Browns, where do you stand? Because I've always told you there.
I still think Odell's a talented receiver. I think
Baker need to get shit together and start hitting him more.
So now it's
he
a
leads
Baker
the team
problem.
in targets.
I mean, some of the throws are not great.
So what is this?
Some of the throws are not great. I'm not saying that he's putting it on
target. I don't like the target stat. That's a dumb stat. I don't.
Why is it? People are saying Odell's not getting a chance to catch the ball when he leads the team by far in targets.
So
it's not close.
So
Donovan Peoples-Jones has the 2nd most, then Austin Hooper, and Odell has, I think, 12 more targets than he does. You telling me Baker's thrown 12 horrible balls to Odell?
So wait, before we get any further, so are you guys saying, is it a Baker thing? Like, we know it's the defense.
I think it's both of them. I just don't think it's worked out for them for whatever reason. It hasn't worked out. For them.
I don't understand why it's not working out. OBJ is our best receiver on our team. I know Jarvis Landry is a better, more favorite target.
Not the best receiver. He's the most talented receiver on our team. He's not the best.
Who?
Jarvis Landry is the best receiver on our team. Odell's the most talented.
Okay, whatever. But
it's not the same thing.
Okay, fine, whatever. Whatever. I don't care. But I don't understand why they can't just click. I don't understand. They have at least two off seasons together, 2 training camps together. I don't understand why they can't make a pass and a catch work. It's
because it seems like whenever one person's on, anytime Odell's open, Baker can't seem to make the throw or he doesn't throw it to him, or when he does put it on him, Odell can't catch it.
See,
and I'm not buying the whole out of rhythm thing. It's not basketball, bro. You're a receiver. Catch the fucking ball.
I'm not gonna lie, right? Watching D-Hop during the what do you call it? Before we, I don't want to go deep into it, but I seen D-Hop against the Packers, right? Mm-hmm. And someone pointed out on Twitter, he's like, he makes receiving look like an art form. He said that D-Hop slowed down to make the CB, close the gap just so he can out sprint him going up top. Even though the play didn't count because there was a flag on, it was almost like he knew how to get him before
because
it even
he can lengthen the gap in between them. I mean, when you're playing a certain coverage, you as a receiver, you should be able to look out and see and have an idea of what your cornerback's going to do. If you're D-Hop, you probably understand that whoever's across from you is probably following you, and then there's probably going to be a safety somewhere about 10-ish yards, 10 to 12-ish yards up, who's going to be shadowing that corner in case you lose them.
See, so to make my comparison, a lot of Baker's passes to Odell, or at least the ones I've noticed specifically that he tries to get on, is by the sideline, and he's really trying to force it. Like, he's really trying to get, like, those 2 feet in at the same time. Like, that pass has to be spot on. But there's never a pass, I wouldn't say never. There's hardly a pass where it's, like, comfortable, easily out the, like going in shotgun, like, comfortable throwing, and, like, just he can run with the ball. Like, I wouldn't say red, like, just, like, it's not enough.
I don't know what's going on.
I just think it's a chemistry issue. I don't.
Fix that shit.
For whatever reason, it hasn't worked out. We're halfway through the season. They need to figure that shit out.
Is there a trade in the making?
I mean, trade them.
I mean,
move on to another team. Tennessee Titans.
Yikes!
They escape Indy on some Carson Wentz dumbass turnovers. I don't understand. That was the last ball he threw was.
We gotta get Carson Wentz out of Indy as well.
No. The last that interception he threw to end the game was the dumbest throw I ever seen. He was double covered and he still threw the ball. He looked at that man in his eye and said, "I'm gonna throw this."
Say, man, it's 2 of them.
I'm gonna try to get in that tiny ass window and try to make a play. I'm like, bro, what is this, bro? I'm like, Carson Wentz, you're. I don't understand. That ring should not be yours.
I mean,
give me a ring.
They ain't put a shrine for Carson Wentz.
You just say, give me a ring.
Yeah. What? Give me a ring.
But sad news is Tennessee. You are now 6 to 8 weeks without Derrick Henry.
That's not from the season, dog.
Bro, he done.
That's out the season.
It's halfway through the league.
If they make the playoffs, he's able to come back.
Nah, I doubt it.
They said 8 weeks, best case scenario. That's if he gets the surgery today or tomorrow.
He already did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did get the surgery?
Like 2 days ago.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday.
My goodness.
But I still don't think you risk that, like, because they have to get
time out.
No,
coming from the guys who would risk Baker Mayfield. He said no. You said yeah.
Yeah, I said no.
You telling me they won't risk it, especially how good Derrick Henry is? Like Baker Mayfield doesn't make the difference.
We're talking about a torn tendon that you can play through versus a fracture, two separately fractured bones in his foot.
He got the surgery, 6 to 8 weeks. We're looking at possibilities.
I don't. In a foot injury, you gotta take him
in the playoffs. As a running back. In the playoffs,
bro, he would have 1 week of recovery after the surgery healed up. No,
1 week, dog.
He would have 1 or 2 weeks of recovery. No. He has to. He's done. He's done.
I respect
Shut
that.
it down
Because you consistent with your answers with injuries. It's
a different position and different reliability. Derrick Henry can't push off that foot.
He's carrying the ball 25 times a game.
Yeah, if not more. It sucks too, man. He was on pace to break Eric Dickerson's record and all that, but like, I think I'm not gonna will for him. I never want anybody to get injured, but I think in terms of longevity for his career, this was probably a blessing in disguise.
Yeah,
and you guaranteed to make more money now that people know. Like,
yeah, because the Titans about to be trash. They're still like you said on camera, the Titans still gonna make the playoffs because they're winning that division because the Titans are ass. Obviously, the Jaguars are fighting for that number 2 pick in the draft, and the Colts just
yeah. Colts, yeah.
They just average at best.
Below average. Packers. Aaron Rodgers still that man. I mean, I know he had the greatest Aaron Rodgers game, but he got the job done. The defense did.
He did get the job done.
Yeah, defense showed out, and they had some good stops, especially on that last play of the game.
AJ Green's a dumbass, bro.
He is for that. I mean, he's been in the league for 12 years, 7 Pro Bowls, 6 or 7 Pro Bowls. And you got to be able to make that play.
He was run blocking on a zero blitz. For those of you who don't know, a zero blitz essentially means everybody's going after the quarterback.
Safety, linebackers, linemen.
Yeah. There's nobody out in coverage other than the cornerbacks covering however many receivers you got rolled out.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, everybody else is going after Kyler Murray.
Yep.
Kyler Murray has 2, maybe 2.5 seconds to throw this football.
Yep.
And he put it back shoulder.
You put it in the perfect spot
for AJ Green as
a 7-time Pro Bowler.
And AJ Green's how tall? 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", something like that.
I think he's taller than that.
I mean, do you think it was much better to go for the field goal?
No.
To tie it up and try to take it overtime?
They should have gone exactly. They should have done exactly. If AJ Green turns around, right, and just gets his hand up, worst case scenario, that ball hits the ground. They have 2 more chances.
Mm-hmm. Wait, they did? I thought that was.
It was second down.
It wasn't
the time was running out. So
but if that's an incomplete pass, there's no time. The clock is stopped.
I don't know.
Because if AJ Green turned around and was trying to make, there was 12 seconds left. They can get 2 plays off from the.
That's close. That's kind of close. Yeah.
On an incomplete pass, there's 12 seconds left. They got enough time. Like all he has to do is turn around and look. And now
that's fair though. He could have won the game right there.
He could have won the game.
I like the aggressive play call because you got the inside the 5. You have time to win.
Yeah, trust your QB. I'm 100% all for it.
You gotta go for the win on that one. But I understand. Yeah.
Would you have kicked the field goal?
No, I would tell at least at least one shot.
I took 2. I say maybe you get the 4th down, then you got a real decision.
I would at least get one shot down.
But you got AJ Green out there. You got Kyler Murray, who's been playing well, who just brought you 80 yards down to where you at right now.
I understand that, but it was more of a time management.
I would have ran it down the sideline and just hope for the best.
Because zero blitz,
you out your mind. Hey, this is why you don't call plays in the NFL.
I'm not a great NFL guy. Where on zero blitz, you don't run nowhere. You're not getting.
They called the exact right play for that defense. It was the best throw that could have been made. AJ Green had a mental mistake and it cost him the game.
As simple as that. Aaron Rodgers escaped and then stops the undefeated Cardinals.
Now there's nobody undefeated in this league. Yeah, so nobody. The league's been fun, but also seeing some trade deadline was a little.
Sorry, breaking news. I know we don't cover baseball, but Atlanta Braves has won the World Series over the Houston Astros.
Hey, shout out to them. Way to bring a championship to Atlanta.
Fuck the Astros, but go ahead.
Shout out to the Braves. 7-0 too. That's their first win since 96, 95, 96.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody fact check me. It's 95.
It's the 90s. We know that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But so the trade deadline was relatively quiet, other than one big blockbuster move. The Los Angeles Rams have traded
2 picks.
2 second rounders?
Second round and third round.
Second round and third round. For linebacker Von Miller.
What the fuck?
So now that defense features Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and Von Miller.
You talking about you got 3 different guys on 3 different levels of the defense.
Mm-hmm. Who've all been all pros. We've all viewed or currently view
top 5 in their positions.
Probably top 2.
As if Aaron Donald wasn't enough.
Aaron Donald's the best.
As if Jalen Ramsey couldn't just take over.
Now you got a linebacker. I mean, I know that linebacker group was good.
He's more of a pass rushing linebacker, but still, bro.
But the linebacker core was good, but now it's just better. It's just
that's insane.
I'm not saying.
Picks?
So.
I'm not saying
it's a second and third rounder. It's a second rounder. You can probably get someone over time, probably just as good, if not great. over time.
But
if you're lucky.
nobody that you pick in the second or third round is coming into your team right away and making an impact.
No, that's just like a lineman. They usually they get playing time. But
and the sad thing is, Broncos just keep getting worse.
Yeah, like what the fuck y'all gonna do with those picks?
Well,
those are gonna be back into the second and third.
I guess they get giving them all their assets because one, I think their ownership is about to contract about to be expired either next year or season after.
You think Elway's getting out of it?
Yeah, so trying to lose the value there.
You know what's crazy though? So they just got like Von Miller, right?
Right.
And I know you've heard. I don't know if you guys heard. Jalen Smith just got waived
by the Packers. Yeah,
they picked him up.
That's a filthy team.
Hey, the Rams. You're the team.
I mean, he was on a minimum for the Packers anyway. You think he ain't gonna take a minimum to go play for the Rams?
But like, because the Cowboys got him for like 2 weeks, right?
He didn't even play a snap.
Seriously?
No.
So sad. What was the point of going? You got an apartment in Green Bay for what?
I mean, he got paid. So
fucking views.
Basically, but I don't know.
There's no views in Green Bay. No views from cheese.
He probably lives in Madison.
But yeah, I think now the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, I thought they were already, but I think they're probably one of the most well balanced teams.
They are, but they got their flaws.
Yeah, they got their flaws. I mean, they're not super explosive on offense.
I think their running back injury kind of hurt them a lot.
They got the best receiver in the league right now.
By terms of numbers, yeah, Cooper Kupp is that guy.
I mean, they got a great slot.
Van Jefferson is
Robert Woods.
Robert Woods is excellent.
I got him on my fantasy, so I know how good Robert Woods is.
Van Jefferson's coming back healthy. We've obviously been able to see what kind of big Tyler Higbee's never like the guy to make a catch that's going to go for crazy. But anytime they need a third down, that's usually where Matt Stafford is looking. And Tyler Higbee's coming through for him again and again. And then they let Cooper Kupp get crazy. They for some reason keep underestimating the man who has almost 1,000 yards through 8 games.
Bro. Is it just me though? Like, this is what we wanted to see from Matt Stafford in Detroit.
Yeah, we wanted to see this. We knew Matthew Stafford.
Detroit, you ruined Matt Stafford.
But Cooper Kupp's going to be the offensive player of the year probably.
You
if he gets that, then they need to give MVP to Matt Stafford.
No, but okay.
Yes. What the fuck are you talking about?
So you're telling me Dak ain't in there? Like Dak?
Dak's in there, but if they give Cooper Kupp the offensive player of the year, the nigga throwing him the football is going to be the MVP.
I mean, I don't think those are like exclusively like together.
It
like
will
MVP,
be this year. It will be this year.
Because like if that's the case, I would like go as far as saying giving Cooper Kupp MVP then.
Shut up.
Because like Dak,
I think should.
And then there's still Tom Brady who's producing.
Tom Brady had a booty game last game. So
absolutely,
absolutely awful. 3 turnovers. No, stop it.
It
was a bit. Matter of fact, let's talk about them.
The Bucks are just
the Bucks and the Saints.
Bro, did you see? So Jameis Winston
torn ACL. He's out for the season.
He's done for the year. Did you see the video of him in the locker room after the fact?
Man, he was hopping on one
crutches, going crazy.
Crutches, bro. That was hilarious.
Jameis Winston is the funniest nigga in the NFL, bro. Jameis Winston might be the Anthony Edwards of the NFL.
Maybe. That's not a.
Though, was it Trevor Siemian?
Trevor Siemian outplayed Tom Brady.
Tom Brady played so bad.
No, Trevor Siemian outplayed Tom Brady.
Tom Brady played really bad. Like those interceptions he threw was awful. Awful decision making. It was, I've never seen Tom Brady play like that.
But you know what Trevor Siemian has in my book? Trevor Siemian has one of the greatest offensive line Christmas gifts that I've ever seen. He gave his offensive line when he was in Denver, where he only went 13-11 as a start. He was not very good. But he gave them custom like parka jackets with a Skittles dispenser in it. Most creative shit I've ever seen in my life. But that's his career highlight right there.
Yeah, I was just about to say, that sounds like something you trying to put on his resume.
Should we take the Saints more serious?
No.
Thank you, my man. He said no off the rip.
I'm just saying, they only fought 5-2.
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand. I think they're much worse than their record shows.
Division rival, and Tom Brady and the Bucks. It's a strong opponent.
But now listen. If the Saints go get Cam Newton,
I think that's
okay.
Perfect. Match.
Maybe
them, Eagles, and I forgot.
What's Russell Wilson's time of return looking like?
He might be playing in 2 weeks.
Okay, well then Seattle ain't gonna do nothing. But yeah, I would say. Sean Payton's played against them in Carolina. You know what I mean? For the last couple of years, he knows Cam pretty well.
I think the only thing that's really holding the Saints offensively is Sean Payton. because he's playing it too safe. Because for some reason,
I mean, he don't trust nobody on that team other than Kamara.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not
Kamara. You know, it's not Kamara. But yeah, I don't know why he's playing that conservative offense.
Is Michael Thomas back?
Marcus Simon's dumb himself didn't do the surgery early on last season. He waited till the end of last season.
Didn't I say he ain't gonna go back to what, like week 12, best case scenario, or something like that?
He's a bum.
All he had to do was take a surgery at the beginning of the season, and he would have been back in the beginning of this season. But he took it at the end of the season, and now he's not playing to the end of the season.
They don't even got Taysom Hill, so like he don't even got his Swiss Army knife. Sean Payton's out here really working with the coverage bear.
My man, Michael B.
Playing with
Thomas.
the practice squad.
That nigga really had to. Sean Payton really had to go out there, look at this nigga Trevor Siemian, and be like, I mean, shit.
Michael Thomas, you're a bum.
But I mean, overall, he played well enough to get the win, and that's all you gotta do in this league. Whether you set the league on fire, whether you set the game on fire,
Well enough to get the win.
Yes,
That's
I mean, you see what the backup for the Jets did? Mike White.
Yeah.
Beating the bank. Is he better
Mike
than Zach
White.
Wilson?
Mike
Already.
White, the most whitest name.
That's facts. Mike White
And
might
yet he
be.
threw for 400 yards on Cincinnati Bengals.
Mike White.
I mean, like the Bengals don't have an incredible defense by any means, but the Bengals are a good team, or at least a decent team.
No. They blew an 11-point lead within 3 minutes of the game. They suck.
Because Mike White is that guy, bro.
Because Michael White's that guy.
And you know who's not? Zach Wilson.
How about we talk about the Bears and Justin Fields?
He looks a lot more comfortable.
I think
Losing, yes, because he stinks.
I don't think that team's not good, dude.
The team's not good.
That team's not good.
What you want him to do, man? He playing in a division with Aaron Rodgers that he got to see twice a year. They got a terrible schedule. He gets his first start and he's lined up across from Myles Garrett. I mean, what you want the man to do?
I think if he went to a different school, he'd probably be a lot better.
He was a different team.
Or he played a different position at the same school.
If Justin Fields was in New England would be in the playoff race right now.
No.
Yes.
But I like how you tried to make.
Right now. I'm pretty sure.
I like how you try to make that a thing. It's okay.
Absolutely would be.
No.
But with the rest of the game, what are the rest of our scores for there? Just breeze through.
Rams beat the Texans.
Shocker.
Philadelphia mollywops the Detroit Lions.
They 0-8, huh?
Yeah. They're so bad.
Are they gonna be the first team to go 0-17?
They was the first team to go 0-16. They're gonna be the first team.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think when they lost to the Ravens after that 66, I think they just gave up.
That was the mental.
That was it.
Because they were losing so many. Because they lost the week before on a field goal to Minnesota.
The first 3 games was all less than 5 points.
Yeah, even the Packers game, they played them tough, and then to lose on a field goal, you're like, ain't no way. We in a dome. This nigga's not about to kick this bitch 66. Like, yes, that's Justin Tucker. But that's 66 yards, bro. He's past he's on the other side of the line. Ain't no way.
He said on the other side of the line, bro, I'm done.
It's a wrap.
Tough.
Yeah, I think
also, we're talking about the Cowboys. Cowboys are on fire. Without Dak Prescott, they get the job done against the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey, shout out Cooper Rush, man. Cooper Rush.
He didn't play. Skip Bayless. He was like, this man hasn't played since 2017. He only had one completion,
3 attempts. He had 3 pass attempts in his entire professional career.
1 for 3 yards. That was his career stats. And now look at him.
Shit, at least Will Greer was a starter at some point. You know?
Look at him now.
Will Greer
beating the Minnesota Vikings. It was a good game. Decent game.
Coming out of Missouri. Thought he was gonna be better.
That boy out of Alabama on the Cowboys.
Diggs, Cooper,
Amari Cooper. He's a stud.
I mean, I've been saying that for
I mean, we knew.
I know, but like every time I see him play, it's just like that guy's that guy. He's a guy.
He is.
You know who else is a guy? That number 11 on that defense. I'll be the first to admit, seeing him coming out of Penn State, I wasn't terribly impressed because he folded in a lot of big games throughout college.
The thing is, they made a defensive package that works for him, and then he just.
But I mean, we've seen him dominate at both levels of it. Whether he's playing coverage linebacker or whether he's got his hand in the dirt on the. He's been holding it down for D-Law while DeMarcus Lawrence has been out.
Yeah, for sure.
He's been playing just as well. Now, I mean, it helps having a DB on the other side that has been absolutely snatching everything that comes his way. But I mean,
7 interceptions, 8 interceptions,
7 interceptions through 9 games.
Oh God, that dude's he might get more than 12 this year if he might
because he gets beat a lot he makes up the ground.
What's the record for the most interception by a single player?
I do believe it's 12 in the season. I think it's 12. Yeah.
He might get that, man. He still got 9 more games to go.
Yeah, and because the thing is, they throw to him because he gets beat a lot. Like we see this with dudes all time greats are Deion Sanders is our Darrell Reeves. And I'm not saying he's those guys, but what people did,
man, he gonna turn into one of them guys.
They didn't throw to those guys. Trevon Diggs gets beat a lot on routes, but he recovers so quickly. And so that's why people are still throwing to him, even though he's taken.
I think him being a former receiver helps a lot with that ball awareness.
Well, he trains like his brother.
Yeah, so
they probably train together. Probably give each other tips
him having
and tricks.
that offensive mindset too.
But we can't diminish what Dak has done. He's done great, but like you said, the Cowboys find a way to get it done against Minnesota.
No, they play cautious, and they should, because Dak is your future. He is the reason why you're going. If you're gonna win again a Super Bowl, you gotta have Dak. You're not gonna have no one else.
And Big Zeke's coming.
And after Zeke having a relatively quiet game and that big third down that he ripped off, it was like 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 13 or whatever, and he takes that for a first. Come
Big
on,
Zeke,
all right,
bro.
Now that we're halfway through the season, after 8 games, we will do a season prediction update that the crew has.
You want to start with the division stuff?
Yeah. So we all have our division winners, and then we'll do wild card, whatever.
Cool.
Who would like to go first? To get judged first.
I mean, I think I'll go first just because
Okay.
I think
Let's go. Everyone will do AFC first.
All right, let's do it.
You pick Bills to win the AFC East. So far, it's a great pick.
Mm-hmm.
You get the Ravens winning the North. So far, it's a good pick. You got the Titans winning the South. So far, it's a good pick. He had the Chiefs winning the West.
Anyone had thought the Chiefs are going to be dead last?
There is a crack in the armor.
Then they're tied for second right now. So I mean.
So
the AFC West is that bad? They're tied for second. That's crazy.
They're 4-4.
They have a game back. I'm sorry, because the Chargers have a bye. So
okay,
yeah. So, but still, they came back. They started off 1-3. Now they're 4-4.
They almost lost to the Giants yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know.
It took some horrible defense for them to get the pulled out. It was crazy.
And your wild card picks, the Colts.
Okay.
Not looking too good, my guy.
Not looking strong.
The Browns. Not looking too good, my guy.
I think that'll kind of fix itself.
Not looking too good, my guy.
I don't believe it.
And the Chargers. Very, very solid. Good pick.
That one's looking solid.
Aaron. You got the Bills. Okay, good pick, my
Good
guy.
there.
Browns.
It's still 9 games left.
The Titans.
Okay.
The Chiefs. Then your wild card picks are the Ravens, Chargers, and Patriots.
Patriots are second. Then the
They
Patriots are 4-4.
They're 4-4. They
second
same
in
spot
the
as the
division.
Browns. So, for me, I have the Bills,
Okay.
the Browns, the Titans, the Chiefs. We all have mixed the same size as the Ravens.
Yeah.
And then I have the Colts, the Chargers, and the Ravens.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, let's do NFC.
I think it's a mixed bag there, but
Aaron, you want to go first or you want to go first?
Let's keep it the same. Let's go eat first.
Okay. You got the Cowboys for the East.
That's looking really good.
Yeah, that's a solid pick. That's a great pick, actually. The Packers, another great pick.
Right.
The Bucks, good pick. The 49ers.
it's still
The 49ers.
There's a crack in the armor.
3 and 4. I'm sorry. No. They had the Panthers.
Aha.
Damn.
And again, I say,
That was a tough one, but they were starting off so good.
Sam Darnold did start off really hot, and then he got put down.
Yeah. And then the Eagles. Damn. And then the Bears. Ooh, your wild card looking kind of.
Your wild card is looking shaky, my guy.
Whoa.
But I actually think I feel pretty good about the NFC if I remember who I picked right.
Aaron.
Okay.
You sure?
I know I didn't get the NFC East right because I'm pretty sure I picked Washington.
You did pick Washington. The Packers.
Okay.
The Bucks.
Okay.
And the Rams. He started off. He ended strong.
Mm-hmm.
Your wild card, 49ers.
That ain't looking great.
The Seahawks, Mid. Yeah. And the Saints. That's a good pick, actually.
Saints are solid. I did not predict it from the fucking Cardinals. Damn, I thought I put the Cardinals in there.
For me, I also had Washington.
I believed in that defense, man.
Yeah, the whole team just asked.
Tyler Haneke.
Yeah. Packers, Bucks, 49ers. It was a bad day. But I also had the Cowboys, the Vikings.
The Vikings in there?
Yeah. And they had the Rams. So
okay, so you did have the Rams in there?
Yeah, so...
Man, you didn't have the Rams making the playoffs?
Nope.
That's crazy.
Because, man...
I mean, you had the Panthers, Eagles, and the Bears, dog. Bro, your NFC was all carded.
You knew Justin Fields was going to the Bears.
Yeah, I believed in the defense more.
You knew what the Eagles were. And who else did he have?
The Panthers. The
Panthers,
you can't blame me.
I can't completely blame you for the Panthers.
They started off great.
The other two,
Christian McCaffrey got hurt.
But the fact that you put facts, if they have Christian McCaffrey, if they have healthy Christian McCaffrey, they probably have 6-ish wins.
Exactly. So you can't. Injuries really plague them.
But still, it's kind of unfortunate.
But you didn't put the Rams in there. That's crazy.
Only reason I put the Rams in.
I want to go back and hear the film on why you did. I got to go back and listen to that. Why you said no on the Rams?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't remember your reason.
Matthew Stafford, come on, man. You had no faith in him.
None with that defense.
Hey,
even pre-Von Miller. I mean, we didn't see this from Cooper Kupp, but like.
See what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are playing their actual bodies.
I mean, I think Cooper Kupp could be this guy. I don't think he's this
guy,
but I think he's a guy.
No, he's like.
And then Robert Woods is solid as well. But then what are we looking at? Award predictions as well?
No, we didn't do that.
Oh, we didn't do awards? Okay.
No, that's on NBA. We did that. But
we did that. Cool.
But so far, I feel like we did it really well. Your NFC was really good. But
you made up for it with your NFC.
Your NFC was awful. Oh my God.
You were as right as you were about the AFC. Is how wrong you were about the NFC.
Man, I'm cool. My AFC made up for it. I'm cool. My AFC.
The Chiefs really fucked us.
Yeah, that's cool.
You would have had a nearly perfect AFC had it not been for the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I still could though.
I mean, they could still.
It's only halfway mark. You know what I'm saying?
They could get hot at the end.
We'll check this again after 4 weeks, and then we'll come back.
Because the Chiefs are the ultimate comeback kids.
Yeah, so we'll check after 4 weeks and see
what the.
So we'll see after that. We're gonna take a small commercial break, and then we'll get right back to you.
Are you looking for some way to edit your graphic content? Are you trying to plug in your logos? Well, look no further. Aaron.
This episode of the Running Back Podcast is being brought to you by Videos. Let me tell you a little something about videos.
Talk to me, man.
Man, so like E said, if you are struggling to get your content out there, you're looking to get stuff promoted, having some trouble getting logos to fly all through, look no further than the Videos website and mobile app.
They got a mobile app?
Whoa.
Come on, talk to me.
Both of them.
I'm excited.
Whether you're doing it on the computer or you're doing it on your phone, they got something for you. We're talking about a fully automated system where you can have your logo coming in your own custom video in just 4 clicks.
4 clicks.
Hey man, that's fast.
You edit our videos 4 clicks. That's quick.
You say usually take like 10 clicks, and the 4 clicks is kind of quick.
And and maybe I get what people are thinking. Hey, I run a very specific business. I don't know if Videos has what I'm looking for. Well, Videos has 170 different templates for businesses, individuals, marketers, and people just like us. Podcasts.
Over 170 templates?
170.
It's a lot, man.
Best part, no resizing of your videos needed. So the video that you upload, you don't got to shrink it down. You don't have to fit it to screen. The perfect size that you upload is what you get.
That's a good feature because sometimes it's inconvenient to change the size of a video.
And it can mess with the quality of all of that. It is tough. Now I get all these features. You know what I mean? All these features going on. All these templates.
Be expensive, man.
First of all, let me tell you something. Videos has 2 packages for you.
2? Oh.
You got choices. And in both of these packages, one thing that I really want to get out there is that you get 25 gigabytes of free. Free.
Wow.
Free cloud storage because Videos is 100% cloud based.
Oh, wow. So 25 free? Gigabytes?
So you get on your computer.
That's a lot of gigabytes, man.
Yeah, you get on your computer, you get to work, you typing away, you start going. None of that stuff's going to take up any space in your computer. It's all up in the cloud, man.
In the cloud, bro.
All up in the cloud. And those come in both packages. There is one that is being brought to you at a simple price of just $78. It is a one-time $78 fee, and you have the access to videos.
I like one-time fees.
Bro.
I like one-time fees.
Yeah, listen, we all got enough subscriptions in our lives. You don't need another one. Now they have a premium.
Talk to me about the premium.
Where you're jumping up to 150 free gigabytes of cloud storage. Access to a team that will help you in your editing.
I got a team?
You got a team.
Oh, man.
And their guarantee is your team is at least 3 videos professionals.
3 professionals?
At least.
I got a trio of people.
You got 3 other people trying to push your best product out there.
I like that.
That's the big 3 right there.
Big 3. And that sounds a lot, but that's coming to you at a low price of just $109.99. So $110, man. To get a team of people checking on everything you do.
Damn. That's a steal.
All that storage space. It's crazy. So please join the Running Back Podcast and the over 150,000 other businesses in using videos today.
Thank you. Let's go back to the show.
And welcome back to the show. That was some great NFL talk, man. A lot of very when we get to like passionate discussion, I always enjoy this a little,
Yeah, especially when we talk about our favorite teams.
Hey man, you didn't even talk about the Ravens. Actually.
Yeah, bye week, I'm okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were chilling at home.
But we are going to transition into the National Basketball Association, and before we do, Ali has prepared something for us all. We have not. We know what it's about. We have yet to hear it though. And
without further ado,
Ali, the floor is yours, man.
Take it away.
All right, so I'm here to talk about the LA Lakers. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
LA Lakers has been pretty disappointing so far. I mean, it's only 8 games. No, it's pretty disappointing.
Okay.
No, underwhelming. It's disappointing. This is a team, a strong favorite for Vegas odds, to win the championship. Mm-hmm. Nets is right next to them, second favorite. Mm-hmm. So, right now they're sitting at 4-3. That's an ugly 4-3 though. It's an ugly 4-3.
It really is, bro.
If it ain't for LeBron, no, it might be 0-7.
LeBron is because Melo's incredibly hot shooting games literally saved them twice.
Yes. Russell Westbrook should not be the starting point guard for the LA Lakers. I know they're paying him $40 million a year. I know. But he's about to become the most expensive bench player in LA history, in NBA history. Because
potentially in the history of sports?
I mean, you paying $40 million for a bench player? Who pays that? Who pays?
Gotta be in history.
Who? Let me know a bench player makes $40 million. No,
that's what I'm saying.
Because Westbrook wants to be the first.
I mean, like,
if I'm the coach, he's gonna be the first $40 million player off the bench. Because I don't give a damn no more.
$40 million off the bench.
Russell Westbrook, LeBron James.
Former MVP. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. All the accolades. Still can't win. Westbrook, AD, and LeBron cannot play together. Only because Russell Westbrook is the most inefficient shooter superstar we ever seen. The facts are there. I'll show you the stats right now. For his career, he's averaged 30% from the 3-point line and below 47 from the field.
Only 47. That's crazy.
Yes. For how many points he scored, how many triple doubles he got, all the accolades. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Congratulations. Nice bonuses. But the fact that you cannot shoot the ball is hurting this team. Because obviously LeBron's the ball. He's a playmaker. He's a ball dominant player. But they can't make him do that because Westbrook cannot shoot. Right now he's shooting 25% from the 3-point line.
Man,
he's shooting worse than a lot of big men from the 3-point line.
He really fucking it up for me, man.
It's really bad. The last game I watched was, I'm pretty sure, was this past weekend. This man hit the backboard on an open jump shot. No, you saw it. You saw it.
It wasn't about the shot. I had a slight interjected question to one of your things.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I know you talked about him being a bad shooter.
Yes.
Do we believe? I do think his shooting plays a part in it.
Yes.
To me, the bigger problem is his his inefficiency. Generally speaking.
Oh yeah, inefficiency. Speaking of efficiency, his per player efficiency rating 14.2. That's 179th of qualified players in the league. Your starting point guard in the NBA is number 179th in the league. Starting point guard. You telling me there are bench players more efficient than him?
I mean,
bench players. I'm not even talking about 6-man or 7-man. I'm talking about bench warmers.
There's maybe 400 jobs in the NBA.
This man is in the
15 somewhere, 360 somewhere in there. 15.
Not counting two-way players. They don't count.
Yeah, but we talking about 360 people, roughly speaking.
He's below average. He's in the second half of the league. That's insane.
Yikes.
His plus minus.
Oh God, I know this.
Is negative 1.3, which
is bad.
276 in the league. It's so bad.
He wasn't going to be eating
his plus minus is so bad. It's
226. You know how hard it is to average a negative plus minus? Because that essentially means that you have been bad every game for every moment that you've been on the court. I'm not sure about the technical things of how plus minus is calculated, but essentially the stat is how good the team is when you're on the court versus how good they are when you're off the court. If the team dramatically drops, that obviously raises your plus minus. If the team plays better when you're off the court in terms of turnovers, point differential, all those things, your plus minus goes down.
Do you have anything to say on his attitude? I know if you did you see the OKC Laker game?
Oh, that's another thing right now. We're just talking about his actual stats.
Oh, numbers. So
yeah, we're talking about numbers.
Intangibles.
Yeah,
intangibles are another thing. That's a whole different ballgame.
So the game they lost to OKC, they were up 26 points. Thank you. Mm-hmm. 26 points.
Thank you.
You are a title favorite team. Everyone goes, oh yeah, they're gonna go to the finals. They're gonna do all this. A potential lottery team. They might sneak in the play in. They might. And OKC Thunder, the youngest team.
OKC. I thought we saw the Lakers.
Oh.
Okay.
The youngest team in the league, right? You're up 26 points, and the fact that you blew that to essentially college players because they're young.
Lost by 7.
Yeah.
I mean, Lou Dort.
Yeah, they're basically college. Yeah,
we love Lou Dort.
Yeah, and the fact that at the end of the game, Russ got attacked because Baisley got a dunk within the last 10 seconds. And, it's supposed to be an unwritten rule. You're just supposed to score when you're up in the last dying seconds of the game.
That's just stupid.
My thing is, what was his passion when you had the lead and now you blew the lead? What was that passion at? You had a passion at the end of the game? The last 10 seconds?
You know what else is an unwritten rule? Not to stink up when you're an elite player.
Yeah, like you said, OKC is by far the youngest team in the league. Most of the guys who are playing the primary minutes are
next to Houston.
Oh yeah, next to Houston.
But most of the guys who are playing heavy minutes for them have less than 4 years of experience in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Baby team.
You know what I mean? And you talking about on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, you got guys who won MVPs. You've got guys who've been in MVP discussions, some guys with rings,
NBA
guys who've been number one picks,
team.
multiple time All-Stars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that anybody on. No, Shea wasn't. No, I don't think Shea's been an All-Star. So yeah, you have no All-Stars on the other side.
I think Shea was one-time All-Star last year, right?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't believe so. I don't remember.
Ali, run some stats for me.
But it's to give up a 26-point lead at the half, that's inexcusable. You up nearly 30 on a young team and just mail it in, and to lose by 7 too. That's a 33-point turnaround.
That's tough.
Pathetic.
I mean,
he has not been an all-star.
Wow, that's unfair.
So no all-star versus Melo's been a multiple time, Russ is multiple time, AD's a multiple time, Rondo's multiple time. I think DeAndre Jordan's been in there twice. Dwight Howard's been in there.
It's bad. It's not all on Westbrook though.
It is, but okay.
No.
He's got the stats. Ali's got the stats.
The Lakers as a team, defensively, absolutely abysmal. They need to get that stuff fixed ASAP. They are defensive rating 16th in the league, which is average, but they can't be average if you're trying to win a championship. Yeah. You gotta be at least top 10.
Or you gotta be an insanely good offensive team.
Yeah, which they're not. They're just okay.
Clearly they're not.
Yeah. Yeah, 107.1 for defensive rating. All the big men they have on that team, also, they have, for defensive rebounding, 34.6, which is 22nd in the league. You got the bottom in rebounding. You have Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, DeAndre Jordan. I'll put Westbrook in there because he gets rebounds too. Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James. All these guys that can rebound the ball. And you're 22nd.
The way Melo be, aggressively
get up out of here.
You're 22nd in the league? Come on, guys.
22nd. I don't know if you have it up. Do you know who's below them? Like, I don't know.
I can show
Is it
you.
number one Miami?
Miami is the best defensive team in the league.
So Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, Bam.
The Spurs,
Dwayne Dedmon.
The Spurs, Raptors, Cavs, Clippers, Sixers, Minnesota, Hornets, and Pistons.
These are non-playoff teams.
Yikes.
Well,
the Sixers, and Clippers.
I mean, but they're missing Joel.
Yeah. So fair enough. So
and Kawhi not there.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's not much for a rebounder.
He gets 6-7 rebounds a game. So yeah,
yeah.
So I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
go ahead.
I don't think Russell Westbrook is on the same wave as Kawhi, but you can tell that if a player puts his time in on being practicing his shooting, shot selection, you can become a better shooter. Absolutely. We've seen with Kawhi.
Kawhi had a problem shooting.
Can I give you a more extreme example? Yeah. I know you normally slander it, but can we what Blake Griffin turned himself into? In terms of a player who solely relied on athleticism and good point guard play, to then going to Detroit, averaging 25, an efficient 3-point shooter. He was averaging, prior to going to Detroit, he was averaging 2 3-point attempts a game, got to Detroit, and shoots 35% on 5.5 attempts or something close to that. I mean, is that not a perfect example of if you attempt to do it, you can do it?
Yeah. And see, now that raises my question. Is it a Russell Westbrook mental thing? Or is it more of I've done this my way, and why bother changing?
Worked?
It's both, because it's the stubbornness to not adjust to the Lakers game plan. Mm-hmm. He cannot take that OKC mentality and bring it to the Lakers, because one, you didn't win there. You got MVP. Congratulations.
Got MVP. You got the one finals.
Yes. That was with KD and James Harden and Ibaka. So,
God, that team.
Yeah. Man. And also, the fact that he still has that mindset is going to hurt them even more. He has to be able to hit jump shots. I don't care if it's mid range. I don't care if it's 3-point. Russell, you got to be better on shooting the ball, because you're hindering your team when you're doing this.
I think even if he took better care of the ball, I think Ben Simmons on this team would be fine. Somebody who's not a shooter but takes care of the basketball.
Yeah,
I think Ben Simmons would be his scoring totals would be low. He wouldn't be taking shots, but he's gonna have somewhat of an open lane. And Ben Simmons is careful with the basketball, which would allow LeBron to play off the ball the way he wants to. But LeBron doesn't trust Russell Westbrook with the ball.
Westbrook is averaging 7 turnovers a game so far this season.
That's insane.
He's led the league.
For a point guard?
He's led the league.
He's averaging, so he got 49 turnovers.
I can tell something even more crazy. He led the league in the last 8 seasons. 4 out of 8 seasons, he led the league in turnovers. And the other 2 times, he was second.
Bro.
Top 2 in the league in turnovers.
Jeremy Lin got ransacked and absolutely destroyed for his turnovers. Am I missing something? When was it that like a point guard can?
They did the same thing to James Harden too. That those 2 years that James Harden was relatively high in usage rates and had a lot of turnovers while trying to figure it out in Houston. They gave James Harden the same crap.
But like when you have elite guards who actually like I've never seen a player like Chris Paul.
I'm sorry. It was 5. I looked at the advanced stats. I'm sorry. But still led the league though.
Oh.
And so 4 of the last 5 seasons he's led.
No, five
of the last
8 seasons. Yes, he led the league in turnovers.
That's
still bad. I just got the wrong numbers. I'm sorry.
But like guys who are like great ball handlers get absolutely gutted. Like as soon as they turn over.
4 turnovers. For averaging 4 turnovers.
Even 8 turnovers. Like Chris Paul's face when he like loses the ball. It's like unbelievable how like.
And they slander him.
The lowest amount of turnovers he had averaging for his in the season was his rookie year, 3.3.
And that's just pure usage wise. He didn't have the ball in his hands nearly as much.
In the since 2015, he's averaged more than 4 turnovers a game in the season.
So since KD left.
No, he was with KD with 2 years, and then
you said after 2015.
So yeah, 2014 to 2015.
Right. Or when
that season.
2 years.
Yeah, so yeah.
The 2016 season,
right. So it's bad.
It's
very bad.
I don't know why, because I always call Westbrook an emotional player, and it's cool, the passion of the game. But I think
that's good.
But like, his emotions get excessive when it comes to criticism.
He doesn't know how to take criticism that well.
Cause like remember that clip that came up where like dude was like, "Hey Russ, you should turn your hair blue. You play better with your hair blue." Like.
You take everything so personal.
That comment alone was like dumb, but like to get like
actually mad about it.
Exactly,
that's crazy.
I think Westbrook should come off the bench and have Rondo or literally anybody else run the point. And
I think when Kendrick Nunn comes back healthy, is going to be one of the best things that the Lakers can possibly do.
Yes, I think Kendrick Nunn works.
THT,
even Rondo works. THT, Rondo works better at point guard. But
because that's somebody LeBron trusts with the basketball. So he can do his thing. AD can do his thing. And then go, because LeBron's trying to get off the ball. But the reason his usage is still around the same is because Russell Westbrook has clearly shown that he can't be trusted to make the decisions. Now, on the contrarian side, and to give some validity to as to why they made the trade, I think, because as we all know, we were pretty sure that the Buddy Hield thing was what was going to fall through, and that was like the other trade that they had in mind. I think the only reason you go get Russell Westbrook over Buddy Hield is because when we get into these later games in the season, LeBron's obviously in year 19. Anthony Davis is one of the most fragile superstars we've ever seen. You need somebody who can, and we saw last year when Bron goes out, that team plummeted from a 4th seed or a 5th seed down into the play-in game, and like 8th in the play-in or something like that. They jumped like 3 or 4 spots. I believe what they think is if one of these guys goes out and Russ can play something like what he's used to playing, Russ can win you a couple of those games that Buddy Hield can't. But what has come of it so far has been terrible.
Let me rebut that.
Okay.
As much as that made significant sense, they did not get Russell Westbrook because of that. They got him because it's LA and he's a big name. Nothing more, nothing less.
I mean,
has any of the guys aside from them youth dudes or like anybody else like really just like, man, they really might help the team get better, like
Wayne Ellington.
What has he done?
He's been an efficient 3-point shooter.
Nah, I got efficient. I mean, okay, but
you got numbers on Wayne Ellington?
I don't care about Wayne Ellington.
Thank you. Russell Westbrook is not going to make it past the trade deadline. I think they're going to see the holes in his game that everyone sees. This is why he doesn't do well in the playoffs on teams that he leads. I'm sorry. This is where you the LA community, the Lakers, have to do what you like. You have to let them go. Like, there are so many trade options out there with players who don't even play for the teams they're on. Like, Ben Simmons, not a bad idea. Kyrie Irving, significantly not a bad idea.
10 on 40% shooting from three. Continue.
Okay.
It's an efficient shooter.
Who else? Like you said, Kendrick Nunn.
THT hasn't been playing.
Exactly. You can go as far as to say getting Goran Dragic probably makes your team better.
I think that would be a good move for them.
Thank you. You see what I'm saying?
Lakers?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've liked the play from everybody else on the team other than Russell Westbrook. I feel like Melo's come into his own and he has these big games. I mean, 2 of those games, Melo won you the game. That 27 against the Spurs, Melo won that game for you. Like he just has had 2 hot shooting nights. And the same thing against the Rockets. Like Melo won you that game as well, coming off the bench. I've even liked the way Austin Reeves, the little rookie out of Oklahoma, the way he's played in these games early on. Kent Bazemore's been okay in what he was supposed to do. He's supposed to come out and play defense and hit a corner shot every once in a while. He's done that well. But Russell Westbrook hasn't.
His game is lethargic. It's aggressive and it's consistent in the most terrible way you can think of.
Let's move on.
That nigga has 50 turnovers already. That's crazy.
Brooklyn Nets, moving on. Their offensive woes. They are struggling offensively to get the ball in the net. Now, I know...
Was that a pun?
I don't know. I was planning on that.
The Nets struggling to get it in the net?
Yeah, I got it. It was good.
Hey, I do this thing.
Funniest guy on the podcast.
It's not that guy.
Incorrect.
Anyways, Brooklyn Nets, they're struggling. Like I said, they are 22nd in the league in offensive rating at 103.
22nd?
Yes, 103.7. The teams that are worse than them: Suns, Dallas, Minnesota, Denver, Clippers, Houston, Thunder, and Detroit's at the bottom of everything. it's not even close.
I kind of figured, but
hey. So
pretty rough over there.
Are the Nets missing Kyrie? Obvious answer is yes.
Yeah. No, they're missing DeAndre Jordan. Who's that other dude? Landry Shamet.
They are struggling. Besides Kevin Durant, no one can get a bucket consistently.
James Harden's look bad, and I think everyone's kind of chalked it up to the new foul rule and the way they've been kind of playing that. And that's been similar for why they believe Dame has been struggling as well. But James Harden,
Trae Young,
and Trae Young. But James Harden's just look bad. You really wonder when you watch these. Obviously, I think James Harden's a very skilled player. I think he's one of the most dynamic one-on-one scorers we've ever seen with the basketball. But I can't, because what is he averaging, 17 right now or something like that? 17, 18?
I'm sorry.
Those sound like Danny Granger peak numbers.
He's averaging 18 points a game.
18 points a game. So you wonder when the years he's averaging 26, 27, 30, 31. How many of those are coming from the free throw line? How many of those are coming from those easy foul calls and flailing around? And
he's struggling to get them buckets.
But I mean, does this separate him from elite scorers? Bradley Beal's still averaging, above 20.
Bradley Beal's a threes level scorer.
Because Bradley Beal's, why James Harden's not shooting more threes, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's not shooting it particularly well, but I don't think he's necessarily shooting it bad.
Yeah. So the stats for the Nets, for the players, points per game, we got KD at 28.
Yep.
Still doing his thing.
But he's just
James
crazy.
Harden at 18. LaMarcus Aldridge is your third leading scorer at 12.7. Then Joe Harris at 11. Patty Mills at 10.6. And then Bruce Brown at 7.3. Bruce Brown only plays 23 minutes a game.
I bet you his plus minus is ass.
Probably better than one.
Oh god, it's really bad. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, man, they really are missing Kyrie. I think, and it's weird because you would think that
offensively. We're talking about offensively.
Okay.
Because I would think James Harden, right? He probably of all three of those guys James Harden probably made the biggest change to his own game in terms of going back to being a facilitator first and a scorer second. Kyrie Irving still was getting off similar shots. Obviously, they're not going to make KD change his game. He's the best player on the team. But James Harden changed his game the most. I would think that going into the second option role would be a fairly easy transition back. I mean, as a guy who's led the league in scoring 3 times, I believe, 3 times, 4 times, something like that, I would think that taking shots again and having more shots to take would be a good thing for you, because he does it relatively efficiently, free throw line or not. Like, so I don't know. Is he not fully healthy yet? You know,
with that terrible hamstring.
He's got. I mean, this nigga got everything wrong. But like, is it he's not fully back and he's trying to figure this stuff out? We know he wasn't healthy in the playoffs and all that, but he was healthy enough to play.
I'd like to propose a question.
Okay.
How much of this blame should go on the coach?
I think a lot of it, because he
needs
to change
a lot of it.
Yeah, because he hasn't adjusted to missing a third piece's offensive scoring.
I mean, but you still got 2. I mean,
it don't matter who you got. He has to. Kyrie is a 50, 40, 90 guy. He averages 25 plus a game. That's a big chunk of your offense is gone.
Right. But I mean,
you gotta have somebody has to step up. The offense has to change, because your offense really was built around 3 guys, but you're missing 1 guy because he's not taking the vaccine. That's his own personal problem. But you got to be able to make proper adjustments in order to score the basket.
I mean, but you don't think that of that 25, right? James Harden shouldn't be scoring 10 of that, and then you can't get the other 15 from the other 6, 7 guys.
I'm not discrediting what you're saying about James Harden. He should pick up the slack, yes, but still, if you're noticing that one of your stars is struggling and you miss another star, so basically you got 1 guy out there right now that's really playing.
But that's the thing. Like, so what is Steve? I mean, you want Bruce Brown taking those shots?
No. Or one thing, he need to get Joe Harris to making shots. Joe Harris is going to be another key part until
Joe Harris hasn't been good since the last playoffs.
So he won that 3-point contest and just
through 2019
he got too much stardom with the 3-point contest win, and then they were like, all right, we need you to do this in games, and he was like,
what happened? Because he was like, when we were talking about that big 3 form, we were like, Joe Harris too. Yeah, I don't.
He even came up pretty big in that game 3 in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe Harris.
We're not expecting you to hit the big shots. That's KD, but like
he's getting.
You can't hit the open ones.
It's bad. Moving on. Boston Celtics troubles.
Yikes.
They lost. They blew a 17-point lead against the Bulls.
Nia Long, stop coming to these games.
Listen, so guys. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are not going to combine for 80 plus every game, because the time. How many wins they got? 3, 4.
They are 2-5.
Not 2. The 2 games they won were Jaylen Brown's huge game, accompanied by Jason Tatum not having such a good game, and then the other game where they both dropped. I think Jason Tatum had 32, and then Jaylen Brown had 34. They can't do that every night.
Let's put this in perspective.
And also, I'm sorry to interrupt. They are 19th in the league at 104.6 in offensive rating.
Okay, let's put this in perspective, right? This Bulls team is 6-1 right now.
The Bulls team is phenomenal.
Exactly, right? So let's not just say like, oh, the Bulls, and I know they gave up a really
they had a bad loss.
They had a bad loss, right?
But it's only 1.
But it is the Bulls team that's actually done.
Hurt. He's got a hand injury right now, so DeMar DeRozan's been picking up that slack for that team.
Lonzo Ball.
Zach LaVine played.
Yeah, he did play.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's been.
He's been still decent.
That's who it was. Zach LaVine is a great closer.
Yeah, I mean he's got now.
DeMar DeRozan is too.
So. It's just now when he gets to the end, he's not gassed because DeMar can take some of that scoring. Lonzo can take at least 15 points of that, and he can facilitate the ball. Zach LaVine don't got to do all that. And you got Vucevic. I mean, Vucevic is a pick and roll.
Vucevic is a 15-15 guy.
Yeah, great pick and roll guy. And Lonzo is probably one of the best guys in a pick and roll, other than like Chris Paul, LeBron, and maybe 2 or 3 other guys. Yeah, Rondo.
But see, and specifically this game, I think the Bulls outplayed, right?
Facts.
But other games that they have lost, it's been bringing back Al Horford was never going to be like the best
You
thing.
gave up Kemba Walker to get Al Horford and Moses Brown.
Right.
Moses Brown, I don't think's played a minute for them yet.
I think them trying to get a good center had to be like the one thing they really should have done, like a nice big. But then again, they really needed, a good ball handler.
So their stats on their team, Jaylen Brown leads the team with 26.7.
Okay.
Jason Tatum got 25.7. And then Al Horford is third with 14.4.
You talking about an 11-point drop off.
They could do well with Ben Simmons. Boom.
Ben Simmons can do
But
well.
what would they have to trade? What did they give up?
Hey, remember what you said? Blow it up, dog.
Listen.
And they got Jabari Parker.
I've been over here beating the table about this. Boston Celtics should trade everybody other than Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Marcus Smart. And at
I
this
think
point,
they might have to trade Marcus
you
Smart.
probably are going to have to trade Marcus Smart.
Yeah, they get Ben Simmons, yeah.
I saw some things say about like you may have to get rid of one of your stars, either Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. I don't think you do. But that would be an insane. Could you imagine that big three defensively? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nuts.
God. 1 through 4?
Unless you got an elite center, you're not scoring.
Exactly. So you just have
Not
to.
easily, anyway.
So Boston, take a look at that.
Speaking of centers, DeAndre Ayton could be on the move.
Still ain't got no money.
Can you imagine?
Imagine.
Him and Ben Simmons on Boston? Yo.
I don't know how they could.
They got both of them, so that's not going to happen.
They don't got that much money.
I'd trade.
I like your
They'd be
idea.
signing you for the rest of.
Yeah, I like your idea of going to Dallas. I think
Oh, yeah.
He would benefit a lot in Dallas.
Dallas.
I think anyone with a great point guard. It's like you're looking at Memphis. You got Dallas.
Memphis, yeah.
He can go to the Warriors.
Can they afford him? No.
If they got rid of
They don't got a lot. They don't got max players besides Klay Thompson and Steph Curry.
Draymond.
Draymond doesn't have a max.
Wiggins is like
he has a big contract, but it's not a max.
Yeah, 23 is movable these days.
Yeah.
I never heard that. 23 is movable these days.
Well, when Steph is making almost 50, is 50 making 50?
Pretty close.
50. Well, when he gets the new money, it will be 50. But
Yeah.
I think right now it's like 45, 46.
So I don't know what's going on with that. I want to talk about the MVP race, but John Wright looks like he's pretty strong in that.
Well, can we make some honorable mentions like Jimmy Butler's doing well, that Miami Heat team?
Is Jimmy Butler MVP?
No, I don't think.
Is it too early to get on
No,
that
I think
wagon?
too early.
I think Jimmy Butler's been playing great. I picked Eric Spoelstra to win Coach of the Year this year.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I said that was.
I picked Billy Donovan.
That's also not a bad move. I told you I love that pick. I just think the Miami Heat made the best team move. It wasn't the biggest move, but it was the best team move. You got a true ball handler who can play defense. If he's got to score, he can score. But like I told you off camera, Kyle Lowry is a guy who can come up for you in big games, in those games where you fell short.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry's a clutch bucket.
You have Kyle Lowry in that finals, in the bubble. I'm not so sure the Lakers is walking away from that. At least not without going to 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's a well-balanced team. And now Tyler Hero is on an absolute hot streak. I don't know if he can necessarily keep it up, but if he can, that would be obviously clutch. PJ Tucker has obviously been around the block and has been playing relatively well defensively and been able to hit some corner threes when he needs to. And we know what we get from Bam and Jimmy.
So yeah, top 5 in the MVP race: Giannis, Steph, Kevin Durant, Ja, and Jokic are your top 5 MVP candidates.
It's a really good top 5.
They're not going to give it to Giannis a third year.
I mean,
Steph Curry, maybe.
Giannis.
They're not going to.
yeah.
Well, it would be 3 years in a row.
It'd be 3 in a row.
No, because
No,
Jokic won it
Jokic.
last
Oh, yeah,
year.
sorry.
It'd be 3.
3 and 4.
It'd be-
3 and 3. Yeah, so that's still crazy. Let's
Most accomplished 27-year-old.
listen. NBA, it's their 75th anniversary, and they came out with the City editions, and I gotta say, probably the best collection of
I think
jerseys.
so. There's only a couple teams who really flopped. I'm looking at you, Boston.
Boston, your design team is very, very awful.
Fire 'em.
No. You know what the design team is? It's a call.
It's one dude. What y'all want to do this year? Green on green? All right, bet.
Man, it's a call to Larry Bird every time. Hey, yo, Larry, what you think we doing? Green. All right, thanks.
Like what we do last year, we put the clover on it. All right, don't put the clover, put Boston this time. All right, bet.
This man, oh man, simplest dude out there.
I got the picture up, and we're gonna try to rank these.
I'm working on that actually.
Rank these jerseys.
And number one,
top five.
Yeah,
number one, Toronto.
I think Toronto's that.
You're not gonna start at 5. You gonna start number 1?
All right, and number 5.
I mean, you didn't. Yeah. Start at 5. Go ahead.
And number 5, Atlanta.
Oh, whoa! Your number 5 is Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Atlanta's like so.
Hey, what's your
retro.
number 5?
For me, I put the Miami Heat at number 5.
Miami. Okay.
I like the concept and the story of the jersey a lot. It's kind of, I think it looks different. I think it was and the shorts. The shorts really save it on this jersey. On the uniform, I should say, not the jersey.
Now my number 5, I'm going Memphis.
Simple.
Can't hit it.
Yep. I like Memphis. Number 4, go ahead.
Indiana Pacers.
I have the same thing.
Wow.
It's a mix of good, like retro, and it's still nice.
It's still nice. Yeah. Indiana too.
At my number 4, I have the Houston Rockets.
The Steve Francis uniform.
Yeah, the Steve Francis, Yao Ming joins. This is about the time I really started watching basketball. I haven't fell in love with it.
Fair enough. Number 3, go ahead for me.
Nets.
Okay. Brooklyn.
I also have the Nets at my number 3.
Okay. For me, I got the cat. No, sorry. For me, I think I'm going with Denver. It's growing on me. It ain't one in my top 5, but I'm looking at this, and I really like it.
Yeah.
You can say all you want. I mean, I can say about Miami. I can say about Houston. So,
All right.
Denver for me. Yep.
Why you say for me? Yeah, number 2, OKC for me.
Okay. Good choice. I like it. It's
white,
the silver and white. It's clean. It's clean. It's a clean uniform.
I thought. I don't know.
Number 2 though, that's kind of high for me though.
But it was just so like OKC's been up and down with their city editions.
Fair enough. Yeah,
I think this is the best one they've done thus far, for sure.
I don't disagree with that.
So for me, number 2, got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 2, absolutely.
I think you're just a homer at that point. I love the Cavaliers
uniform,
but I don't think they're number 2.
I'm a fan of subtlety with details, and that's exactly what the Cavs did.
But you don't have Memphis in your top 5.
Hey man.
So that's a very good point. Subtlety with
just
detail.
a liar at this point.
Not a liar. It's just I think Cleveland
it's
executed
a
it.
hypocrite. It's different.
Cleveland executed it a little bit better than Memphis.
I mean, it's just as good, I will say. But number 2 for me is San Antonio. Very old school, very retro, and it's just very clean. Number 1,
What you got?
Toronto, bro.
Me too. Toronto's the best one here. Aaron, go ahead with your lame ass pick. I'm sorry.
I don't know why he went up so rude. He said, Aaron, your lame
I got
ass
the
pick.
Spurs at number 2. The Fiesta jerseys. The
number what?
I mean number 2. At number 1.
All right, there. Thank you.
The San Antonio Spurs have the best jersey out here. The Fiesta colorway, doing it in white. Again, a fan of subtlety with details. That's exactly.
But yeah, he doesn't have Memphis as a top 5.
I think.
But you got Houston. That ain't subtle.
It was.
Can we talk about the teams that folded, like the Sixers?
Oh, yes, we can.
Sixers, Sacktown,
New Orleans.
I mean, we can just go in order.
Yeah, New Orleans
folded.
Detroit
Folded.
Chicago.
Great execution stuff is just the spacing between Chicago and numbers.
Folded. Milwaukee.
Plain.
Boston, you have the worst design team in NBA history. Dallas.
fold,
Orlando.
fold.
Orlando folded.
Lakers, bit of a fold, but
We'll see. You got to see in person. I'm half and half on that.
Washington,
Washington,
fold.
Washington,
Heavy fold.
bro. We see now
I
your
didn't say
players.
Phoenix and Utah because they didn't do anything.
Utah, because you duplicated from last year, so fold.
Yeah, same with Phoenix.
Clippers,
Fold.
fold.
I don't think
Utah
the
and
Clippers
Phoenix,
fold. It's mid.
Clippers is mid.
It's mid.
It's not fold. Okay.
Yeah, Clippers mid. Yeah. We
Wolves?
said Washington.
I said Wolves mid too.
I said Wolves fold.
Okay.
I said mid.
Charlotte was mid to me.
I think Charlotte folded.
I think Charlotte in person might look nice.
I think I want to see it in person with that one.
But I mean, we'll see how LaMelo style it. How Gordon Hayward bring it out there. Mm-hmm. But don't.
Why don't you pick up Gordon Hayward like that?
Yeah, I looked at him, Gordon Hayward like
you had Miles Bridges, LaMelo Ball.
Brothers, first of all, we not about to sit here and
PJ Washington.
Oh, shut the hell up.
We not about to sit here.
Hey, man, he's losing right now. This is the only win I could give him right now.
His shorty out his baby mom's out doing interviews with DJ Academics and all this. But you're not about to sit here and act like Gordon Hayward don't be showing up.
He shouldn't be he would tell me he should be the first guy.
He wasn't the first. I said LaMelo first.
Yeah, LaMelo.
Oh, okay, I'll make sure because I was like, chill out, dog. You gonna skip over LaMelo and Miles Bridges? Warriors mid.
Warriors mid.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you're right, man. Miami.
I like Miami's.
Miami's mid.
I think it's mid.
And New York is definitely mid.
I think the Black is mid, but I don't know.
I'm glad they stepped outside the box. But
why you put that in quotes like they just took a step off?
Because I mean, literally, it's the same jersey, just in black.
Right here.
No, yeah, it's the same jersey.
This is the box.
It's not in
this black.
They should have kind of had like a New York Yankees or.
I thought the dedication jersey they did to the New York Fire Department was on the right track.
I like that. You see, it's different.
You know the circle around
and dedication. That was good. That was good.
It was great.
Imagine if the Celtics had like a Boston Red Sox colorway going.
Yo,
I think NBA, you're missing out on a cross sport uniform thing. I think it would be excellent. Like if they did it. Well, I mean, some teams would be a participant. Like I guess Toronto could do like the Blue Jays.
Don't you see like what was Bleacher Report? They be doing all the possibilities, and those look cold.
Like
a New Orleans Saints switch, like a Pelicans Saints. That would be a cold basketball jersey.
Also, who else? I think
Sacramento got any other?
I like the Miami Marlins at the Miami Heat's colorway. That'd be. But I'm always Flinttown Tropics.
The California will have good teams. You got the Giants. You got the Dodgers. LA Dodgers
would be Heat.
Dodgers.
The Lakers and Dodgers would probably end up doing the switch.
What about San Fran?
If they did that with
I
said the Giants, and he gonna say San Fran.
My bad.
I said the Giants. You gonna say San Fran?
I just think who would the Clippers get? The Angels.
Yeah, the Angels.
Wait, who's more successful between?
I guess they could also go. If they could also go football team, it wouldn't have to be exclusive to baseball.
Yeah, but
it's just for teams who don't got football teams.
Well, that yellow and blue probably look nice though with the Rams.
Yeah, like the Chargers, like that'd be kind of hard.
Who'd get Baltimore in this?
DC is probably the closest to Maryland.
Oh man. The Wizards getting the purple colors.
That would be hard, actually.
Or the purple and black.
The Washington DC would get the Redskins.
Yeah, then who would get
football team?
Oh, you're right. My apologies. Redskins.
You're funny, man.
But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. There's no Virginia basketball. I don't know who would get the Redskins.
Virginia? What do you say Virginia for?
Well, because it's DC, Maryland.
Oh, okay, small. I was like, what? They don't football team.
This is funny.
But let's move on to some soccer. Sergio Aguero out for 3 to 4 months with this heart issues. Had a little bit of collapse on the field. How do you? It's really pretty bad.
I mean, it wasn't like he held his chest and they subbed him off. He moved at his own will. It wasn't like the Christian Eriksen thing.
Yeah, Christian Eriksen. That was scary because he just dropped. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but
it's hard to see him go out like that, man.
It's almost like he can't catch a break.
Yeah.
Fuck catching his breath. He can't catch a break.
Wow. This nigga making puns.
He made deadly puns out here.
I just feel bad because
that's the second one.
Because he was
already
already
off camera, thankfully.
Yeah.
But that's the second one.
Tottenham, they fired Nuno after 17 games and then hired Antonio.
Was it 17?
Yep.
Hey.
In total, so it's like 10 Prem games.
The Bleacher Report soccer page. You are wild for that graphic.
Yeah, Antonio Conte for 18-month deal. That was kind of foul for the Bleacher Report, that little thing. With the dust. I mean, it's facts though. They only have one trophy in the past 10 years, so I mean, I don't know.
And that's what that one little one in the middle that they showed it.
So that's why it's pretty bad for Tottenham. Daniel Levy, I'm gonna need you to
Salary Kane, bro.
Either bring players in or just sell your assets now, so that way you get. Because this is bad.
Got to move off the guys a year early before you do it.
Yeah, man. You should do it this year. He might not get as much as he should have had last year.
When's the next transfer window?
January, but I don't think they'll sell him in January.
It's tough though because he just came off a year where he had the most goals and the most assists around.
Shouldn't you sell high though? Oh, he's struggling right now.
He's struggling. That's why they 120 out the fucking door.
Yeah,
now he's looking at like 80 if you lucky.
You jumping like that?
All right, the state of Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo is saving Ole Gunnar.
That has been sent to the group chat, by the way.
What?
All the soccer graphics that have been floating around the wild.
Dude. CR7 is saving that man's career. Saving him.
He is, and it's the sad thing is, it's like, now that Antonio Conte is with Tottenham, like, what manager are you going to get? Are they going to get Nuno? Is that going to work out? Are they going to get Ronald Koeman?
Pochettino.
He's still over, at PSG, and I think personally it won't work out, but
is Zidane free or he's still at Real Madrid?
No, he's remember they got Everton's guy.
Oh yeah.
His name Carlo.
Yeah. So hey, listen, Zidane can take over at Man United. It'll work out.
You think so?
I mean, he coached him before for 6-7 years, so I would say so.
I mean, that's like, but he's only won one league title and like 3 Champions League is cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
That's the best team in the Champions League.
I know. But right.
It's cool. This guy.
That's the only people that say that they don't win. The only team that say that they don't win the Champions League.
Go ahead, finish.
But the thing is like that's not what Man United need right now as a champion because they're not gonna get it with those players. The quality is completely different. You went from Modric and Cruz to McTominay and Fred.
Like his pool is gonna bring those players though.
How you say people's names so disrespectfully, bro? Like
McTominay and Fred?
I mean, like
they call him McFred. Like
it's bad. That midfield's awful.
They call him McFred. Like I'm not here trying to promote.
I think Manchester United should be another team to sell their assets.
What like okay? Aside from like their only asset really is like Bruno and Rashford. Pogba's leaving on a free at the end of the season. We know that's happening.
Yeah, he's gone. He's out of there. Speaking of Pogba, he might be going to Barcelona. And speaking of Barcelona,
they can afford
really?
People again.
Thank you, Brian. Why Barca? Real Madrid's been like the number 1 team at least.
Hey man, this is just rumors. I ain't the part of rumors.
You got an inside source?
No, I've got Google. So
Google.
Barcelona. What they should do? What should they do?
Well, so the rumor is they're about to bring Xavi as the new coach of the team. And what I've seen his team do at the Saudi Arabia leagues, let's keep in mind it's the Saudi Arabia leagues, all right? Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's worse than MLS. So
yeah. But some of the beautiful football he's been playing, if you can put that
straight out of the Barcelona Academy, so
tiki taka out the wazoo, bro. So the potential's there, but at the same time, is Barcelona a project?
For sure, they lost to Deport Alves. Alves.
What are you talking about? No. They tied.
No, they lost to somebody.
Wasn't it Rayo Vallecano? Rayo Vallecano with
somebody. They lost 3-0.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, they lost. They're like number
3-0.
They're like double digits in the table. Yeah.
It's 7th or 8th, bro.
You sure? Could no.
7th or 8th. They not even past 10.
Fact checked up.
They look bad. I don't know. They awful. They awful, man. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. Champions League was good today.
Didn't they win like 1-0? Come on.
Oh, I'm talking about Barcelona. I'm talking about just the day.
Okay.
Bayern Munich went 1.
Barcelona is 9th on the table right now.
No, it was close.
It was almost in that double digits.
Yeah, it was close. But
won their last game.
And then also, like I said, CR7 saved Manchester United against Atalanta.
That was tough. Did you see that? Like,
I see the game.
Goal?
I watched the game. Both goals that CR7 scored was out of nothing.
Well, no, that first goal, that was beautiful. Like, that first goal
from Bruno.
Back,
yeah, that was good. But like, still, before that, there was no build-up until, like... And then the second goal, He just dribbled it, lost the ball. Ball came back to him. He shoots and scores.
No, that was a pass from Mason Greenwood.
Now it's a deflection off Mason Greenwood. That was no damn pass.
You just so mean.
I watched the highlights from it. You was being generous.
That was the deflection off him.
He tapped it. He right there.
But
Chef's kissed it right there.
Well, yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. They need to figure it out. Alie should get fired 10 years ago, but he still scrapes by every time he almost gets fired.
I blame Rio Ferdinand on that.
I really want to shake up.
You remember that? Remember that? Here's the contract. Give him whatever you want. Always at the wheel. I love it.
Oh my god.
That was a solid act. That was a solid impression.
Salah should get a big contract. He deserves every money, every dollar.
I think he's gonna leave.
If they don't pay him, of course he's gonna leave.
No. I believe.
You think he's gonna leave regardless?
I think Liverpool
Liverpool in a
understands.
position to offer more money than like.
Yeah, if Liverpool offers him £500,000 pounds a week, he's leaving.
No. I think he's gonna leave because I don't think Liverpool can win anything.
I thought you were gonna say because he's not.
You talking about like Arsenal don't win anything?
We're a project, clearly, and we're coming. So,
but where would he go where he could get comparable money and
Real Madrid?
But he's going
PSG.
PSG has money. They can probably sell like half the team. He probably trade us Mo Salah for like our team back.
The thing is, I think at a certain point, like let's say they don't win anything this season.
Liverpool,
yeah. Let's just for that, like just throwing it up there.
Argument.
Mm-hmm. I think he has become bigger than Liverpool.
Yeah. I have no argument with that.
LeBron in Cleveland type of situation.
Very, almost actually, yeah.
But
not
Cleveland's not.
But he's got
Liverpool's a bigger market.
Pieces.
I mean, Liverpool's a good team.
Liverpool's a good team,
right,
and that's just granted to the coach. Coach just been.
He's almost 30 though.
Exactly.
So it's on that teetering part. Like, do I pay you big money? You 30. When you get 30. People's like, oh no.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
they get that 3, they get scared.
Yeah, I mean, so you get that 3 in the beginning of your age. You like, how much you got? You got 5 years, 2 years?
Because now Liverpool has to revamp the front three, not as aggressive and quick, but like slowly they're gonna start introducing new, younger players who like.
I'll tell you what, if Salah leaves, Mane's gonna leave a year after it.
I thought Mane would leave like last season, but
no, Mane's still getting.
Because you see Diogo Jota like.
I mean,
like
Jota's our striker.
I mean, was that you?
Yeah,
but no,
Jota's our striker. Firmino. If anyone leaves on the front three, it's probably Firmino first. I
think Firmino is cool about taking less money and playing off the bench. He's been doing that like most of the season. So if anything, he's more likely to accept a lesser role because he knows he's like not that guy or has never been that guy.
But yeah, most Salah leaves. I think Mane goes right after him. So
you're not that guy.
But yeah.
And we want to thank you for joining us for another episode of Running Back Podcast. A lot of great sports talk today.
It was.
I feel like we were very balanced in what we were doing with NFL. The obviously the very passionate Los Angeles Lakers / Russell Westbrook slander.
Hey man, I was ready. I was on my Skip Bayless today.
You really was. I mean, he had the stats ready.
I never had no stats ready like that.
Offensive rating.
He had what? You had the plus minus going.
He had He had the player efficiency rating. He had where everybody was ranked in comparison to their constituents.
I mean, this guy's a constituent, yeah, man.
All right, Stephen A. Smith.
Hey man, listen, I read sometimes.
Stephen B. Smith.
But we want to thank you for joining us for another episode. We will catch you guys next week for some more.
See ya.
Peace out.